Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Kentucky Wildcats taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will start this game off. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy...
And it's on the ground. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way. Touchdown Tide! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. The scoop and score, what a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball, they wanted to do something with it, and they did. The kickoff team just about set to go, and that defense is eager to get back out there after the scoop and score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Quarterback on the keeper. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Finds his big tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
He makes the connection. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So Alabama's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Dumps it off in the flats. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. He's looking to throw it. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he was just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
Another incompletion on third down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Trying to get to him. Chucked it away just as he was hit. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Now the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Still on his feet at the 45. All kinds of running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes that Alabama offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. Looking deep down the right side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with it.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll run play action. Buys a little extra time. Going to try to get it himself. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that pass intercepted. Bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. Really good concept. concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They're going to ride this running back. At the 40, there he goes. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Donovan. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
A little screen to the running back. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage. They get through, and it's blocked. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. 2nd down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Splits the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Kentucky will be forced to punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll field the punt and look for room. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fast motion from the offense. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Throws to the wideout. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The Tide with the 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Bama! A great catch and run for 6. If these guys wanted to make a statement, the statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. No, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Off play action on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, 2nd and 3rd and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll pull it on the read. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Now on 2nd down. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the 2nd half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Unloads to the right, and his throw is incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Looking down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, quarterback had exactly what he wanted there. He had his big fella work in the middle of the field. You thought that was going to be an easy pitch and catch? Not so much. It's a mental error by the tight end. They got to clean that up.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Finds a crease at the 20. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Flips it out to the back. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the pass is intercepted.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
Give him 88 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, an array of possibilities here. 3rd down after the run. Direct snap. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the...
Going for it all. Touchdown tie! And the punishment has been extended. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anymore.
A 1st down for the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. They come to the line. Third and long from the 25. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. The give out of the gun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. To the ground to try to pick up the first. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. Ball in the air, intercepted! And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Complete to start this drive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He now has 115 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Still running up for 40. He's off to the races. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance at coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Between the uprights, it's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the moon kind. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Looking to throw it again. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Let's see what they've got on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Wildcats are on the move.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Going up top on first down. Gets it out quickly. Some really tough running there. Gets him to the 45-yard line. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. And that is just about a perfect. Pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't. David, be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Turns it on in midfield. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? With the clock running, this should be the final play. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten. At this point, you've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move.